A lot of us in our 20s are conflicted between making good financial decisions or living out the best years of our life. In our 20s, we all want to wear the most amazing dresses, live in a good apartment, use the best gadgets, and drive good cars. I get these are all important in order to enjoy the best years of your life, but we are also conflicted between making good financial decisions that will impact the next maybe 30 or 40 years of our life. So if you're in these shoes, you've come to the best video you're going to come across today, because in this video I'm going to be highlighting five financial mistakes you should avoid in your 20s and the solutions to them. I'm going to be talking about how you can avoid these mistakes and still live the best years of your life, because the 20s are the years of your life you should enjoy traveling, you should enjoy using good phones and even traveling. One of the prominent one of the most prominent financial mistakes I've seen most youths make, especially youths in Nigeria, is not learning about money. Like, yes, I get it. Most of our life we grew up not learning about money. That is, you can blame the institution for that. But right now, not learning about money right now, that's on you, because you have all the resources necessary and needed to learn about money. Like, for instance, watching this YouTube video to the end, most people just see finance videos and they skip through it. They skim the video, they watch the first few 30 seconds and then just move ahead. How are you going to learn about money when you're not subscribing to any finance video? You can start by subscribing to this finance channel and subscribing to other good finance channel in order to enlighten yourself about money, because these videos expose you to money and financial truths that you should know. You should also read finance books. Like, just look at the latest list, Forbes billionaires list that was published. Is there any billionaire there that is not a reader? So you should also expose yourself to reading financial books. I know most people like, oh, I don't feel like reading, I'm not a good reader. Good, get audiobooks. You can listen to them or listen to finance podcasts. This would give you access to knowledge that maybe you didn't get from your institution, you didn't get from school. Another financial mistakes most youths make is having no financial goals. You're in your 20s, you might probably 25, 26, and you don't have a financial goal. I don't know if I'm talking to you, but like, your financial goal can just be simple goals like, or maybe get a well-paying job or something. That is not financial goal. You need strong financial goals. Your savings goal, you need a savings goal, you need an investment goal. For instance, you can say, okay, I want to be able to save this amount of money in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, in the next 1 year or 2 years, and I want to be able to invest them into this in the next 1 year or 2 years, and I'm going to buy a land in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. That is a tangible financial goal. But just getting a high-end paying job or getting a next level job or getting promotion, that's not a financial goal. You need to set for yourself clear financial goals in your 20s. And how can you do this? You can start simple. You mustn't wait. You can start by using simple savings platform like Piggyvest, Wisevest, Bamboo. This will help you save easily and track your saving plan. So the one solution to this is for you to set smart financial goal. You can just bring, maybe you can get a jotter or a calendar and say, maybe by the end of 3 months or by the end of 6 months, this is how much I want to have saved from my salary. And then in the next 1 year, this is the business I'm going to be starting, or this is where I'm going to be investing my money in. At the end of 2 years or 3 years of doing this, I want to be able to purchase a land in so place. You should list the name of the place you want to be able to get a land in. Another financial mistake we all make in our 20s is not saving or investing early. You be like, okay, I'm going to start saving later. I'm going to save when I get the next job. Maybe you're currently earning 200k or 400k, and then you be like, okay, this is not even enough for my monthly expenses. When I get the promotion or when I get the next job, I'm going to start saving. That's not going to happen, because your wants, your needs are going to increase. Demand is going to increase. What you desire is going to increase. Your taste is going to change. Maybe now you're comfortably wearing okay clothes, you're comfortably wearing no brand clothes, and then at that time you want to be saying you're in Zara, or maybe now you're using a Techno phone, but then you want to be using an iPhone. Do you understand? So it's not going to take you anything. You need to start saving, no matter how little in you seem, but you need to start saving now, start investing now. Just as I've already discussed, you can use Easy's saving platform to start saving, and then you yield high interest on your saving before you can even start investing. And one important thing you should know in your 20s is that time is your best asset. 20s are coming, but they are going to pass by you sooner than later. So if you don't do that in your 20s, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to start that in your 30s, because your 20s, you're building characters, you're building attributes that you're going to keep using for the rest of your life. So if you don't cultivate a savings culture right now, it's going to be very difficult for you to cultivate that savings culture in your 30s. If you don't do that for investment or any other thing you want to do right now in your 20s, it's going to be very difficult for you to start doing that in your 30s. So the most deadly but obvious financial mistake that can bring you down in your 20s is living above your means. I know you've heard that a lot of times. Nobody's saying you should not do anything, you should not enjoy your life. But living above your means is actually spending a lot more than you end up spending above your earnings. For instance, nobody's saying you should not go for a vacation, but let's say you can your earnings or your income cannot take you on a vacation to Tanzania or somewhere. So you can just go. Where can it take you? You can take it to Lagos. You can take it to a resort in Abuja, in Plateau, in Kaduna, in Bauchi. Good, good and fine. You can do that. Maybe later in the future, you'll be able to go to Zanzibar or any other place. So you should, or let's say your earnings can only buy you a Techno or an Infinix phone, but you want to use an iPhone. It's very, very advisable for you to be truthful to yourself, because I think one thing that causes spending above your means is you're not being truthful to yourself. You're living in denial. How much are you making? You should be truthful to yourself, like spend within your means. You should be able to cut your coats according to your clothes. So I feel like once most people cocktail that living within their means, you solve most of your financial mistakes actually. So living within your means will help you cut down unnecessary expenditure. And one thing that would help you live within your means is always creating a budget before you earn, or as you earn your salary, before your salary comes in, create a budget on your salary. Then prioritize your needs over your wants. Differentiate what your needs are and differentiate what your wants are. This will help you live within your means. And the final thing we're going to be looking at is not racking up debt in your 20s. It is very, very easy to rack up debt in your 20s because there are so many loan apps or applications that can give you access to funds. For instance, you want an iPhone, good and fine. There are so many apps that will give you the money and you just pay. You see the interest 2%, but you forget. That's why it's very crucial to learn about money, because if you don't learn about money, you don't understand that aspect of like debt. You see 2% interest and your mind doesn't tell you that that 2% is just the monthly charge. And let's say if you spread the loan over 12 months, maybe a 12-month plan, 2% every month, that's over 20% for the year. So when you calculate the total, the interest is like a lot, except you're able to pay back just within 1 month or 2 months of taking that debt. So taking debt to like impress people, taking loans to impress people is not advisable. Not all debt is bad, but buying a phone on credit is like financial suicide. You should only borrow, you should only borrow for things that generate income, things that will give you income. Let's say you're taking a loan to start a business or to invest in business, that's okay, but not on things that the value will depreciate over time. So we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great time.